Oh, what's going on? I didn't see you there. Well, actually, I did. But anyway, today I want to talk about some top Unix commands that I use. This list is not exclusively, the top commands that I use. These are really popular Unix commands. And I'm going to focus on and highlight the ones that I've used the most. I may comment on some other ones that I don't necessarily use, but the main focus is going to be on ones that I use. So I think this could be valuable information for you. You can sit there and read a textbook and get a good sense of things, but there's a difference between the theory and the practice. You go to school and they teach you theory, right? And they try to give you a good foundation. They don't know where you're headed. You might go to this industry, that industry. You might apply things in this way or that way. So they try to give you a good base. So rather than be so kind of vague, I'm going to give you the real deal in practice. These are the commands that I've used. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to get my ugly noggin off the screen. And then we're going to look at some Unix commands. All right, so I'll be listening or looking at the chat. So if you guys are watching, definitely click that like button. Not for my ego. Again, YouTube requires this. If you don't click the like button, you don't comment, that makes YouTube think you don't like the video. So if you enjoy these videos, support them by clicking on the like, commenting, saying hi, whatever, ask a question. All right, so let me let's get to my little documentation here. Let's do application window, and let's do our Word document. Let's share that. Any second now. Drum roll, please. I see the video feed is frozen, and now the share doesn't seem to be working. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, so it looks like you guys can see it now. All right, so and I did it the right way. I shared the application, not the whole screen, so we should avoid the matrix effect. But we got a couple of issues going on here. It looks like a little bit of slowness here. All right, let me pull up the chat section, and we shall begin. Not this volume. Once again, you guys listening in, click on that like button and say hello, say hi, and I appreciate the support. Don't just sit there and be a stalker now. All right, so let's get into it. So here's a bunch of Unix commands. Make sure you guys can see this. Okay, you guys can definitely see that, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so top Unix commands. In Unix, most operations are carried out by typing commands at the command prompt, usually called a terminal or shell. Many of these commands have optional features, and these are activated by switches. So you'll see I'll type a command, and I'll type in space dash, right? So it says here, a switch is specified by a hyphen. I call it dash. You can call hyphen, whatever you want. Tomato, tomato, or occasionally two hyphens, followed by a letter or word. Every command has its own set of switches, but we've included the most common in this list. So, ls, by far the most common command that you're going to be using or that I use. Let me zoom in, maybe. Hopefully you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay. All right, ls, listing files. Definitely huge. Use this all the time. How are you going to do anything if you can't see what you're looking at? You got to be able to see your directories and stuff like that. You want to find your files. You want to find where things are. You need to type in ls. For those of you MS-DOS guys, that's going to be like dir. All right, moving on further. Oh man, this got some crazy lag here. I apologize. I'm waiting for it to switch to the document so I can continue. Oh, lovely, lovely. Well, I'll continue and let you know one of the most common switches or options that I use. I call them options for the command. So again, you can type in the command, and just by typing in the command, there's going to be a generic. It's going to perform in a generic manner, right? There's like a standard way that it functions, but you can tweak it to function the way you want it to tweak. You want it to function by using the options or hyphens, right? So you use ls with a hyphen to do different things. For example, one of the most common ones that I use and I see other people using is, I hope you guys are writing this down, ls dash ltr. ls space dash ltr. This is killing me with this lag on the display. I still can't see my presentation. I think you guys can see it, but I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay, so ls-ltr. So I would just try it out to see what it looks like. Just try it out on your terminal and see what it looks like. But generally, the L should be a kind of listing format in terms of the way it's displayed. And the time has to do with T is for time, I believe. So it's time in terms of how it's sorted, and then R is for reverse. So you're reverse sorting the list of files or directories by time or modified time, for example. So a very, very common one that I use a lot. The next thing you'll see here, they're showing you special characters. So you can see dot is like a shortcut for the current directory, current working directory. So for example, if I wanted to specify a file in the directory that I'm in, I could type in dot, and then that would indicate the current directory where I'm at. Dot dot would be the previous directory. So for example, I could refer to a file in the, let's call it the parent directory of the directory that I'm in. So for example, let's say I'm in a folder called media, right? And then I cd to a folder called music, which is a subdirectory of media. So I have a directory called media. Subdirectory of that is called music. So in the music folder, I may want to refer to a file in the parent directory called media, right? But I don't want to actually go there and then do it. I want to do it from the music folder. So what I can do is I can refer to that file by typing in dot dot slash file name. Dot dot slash means basically the parent directory. That may not be the correct terminology, but basically you want to go, let's say you're looking at a directory tree, that's indicating one level up, right? One level up, or the directory that this directory is a subdirectory of. Hope that's not confusing. And you can go several levels. So if media is a subdirectory of another directory, I can indicate files in that directory by going dot dot slash dot dot slash, and then you type in the file name, right? Once again, when you type in that dot dot, you're referring to the parent directory of where you are currently. So you're in a subdirectory of another directory, dot dot refers to that parent of the directory you're in. All right, now I'll be doing some examples and stuff in future videos. Most of this stuff will go on Computer Programming University, which I get a little bit more technical there. That's more programming oriented. Here it's more, it's technical with I focus a lot on the business side. So the target audience really is people who are in technical fields in finance. So that's kind of the approach here. But CPU is more, not so much finance related, it's just technology in general, trying to focus more on programming and things like that. Tilde. Tilde is your home directory. For those of you guys that don't know where we are, we're right here. Tilde is your home directory. So you can refer to that, your home directory, the same way you refer to the parent directory and the current directory, but using tilde. So you could be anywhere in the directory structure, and you could type in cd tilde, and that's going to take you to your home directory. Or you can refer to files in your home directory by tilde slash file name, right? If you just type in a slash, that's going to refer to the root directory. So that's going to take you to the root. So no matter where you are, you type that in, that's a root directory. So how would you use that? You could type in cd and then slash, that'll take you to the root directory. Or you could refer to a file in that directory. So you could say slash file name, right? That's going to mean a file name in the root directory. Wildcard, very commonly used. That's an asterisk. So that's a wildcard, which means any string of characters. So that could be dot, dash, letter, number, you name it, just about anything. A wildcard, another wildcard is a question mark, but it indicates a single character, as opposed to the asterisk would mean potentially multiple characters. Files. So what are we talking about here? So CP to copy, another very common thing. You're going to be copying things around the place. So you copy file 1 to file 2. So that means you could copy one file to a new file, and by typing that command, you could be creating a new file, right? So you have one file which has a list of phone numbers. You can copy that file name to another file name, and in the end, you're going to have a new file that is an exact copy of the first one, right? So you can do things like that. Also, MV for move. So you can move files from one location to the next. That's kind of like a Windows cut. RM is to remove files. So you have a file you want to basically delete. You can type RM. All right. RM-I is with confirmation to avoid deleting things by accident. All right. Moving on. Directories. PWD, present working directory, very common. Where are you? You want to know where you are in a directory structure, you type in PWD, present working directory. CD to change directory, you're going to be doing that all the time. That's how you navigate. That's how you get around the Unix directory structure. 1 second, checking the chat. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Remember, you guys that are just joining, click on the like button. Really appreciate it. Support the channel, click on the like button. All right, so CD dot dot. Obviously, you know what that is because I told you what the dot dot means already. CD dot dot to go back to the parent directory of wherever you are. So if I'm in music, which is a subdirectory of media, CD dot dot is going to take me to media. All right. CD tilde. Who knows what CD tilde will take you to? Guys in the chat, who knows what CD tilde will do? If I type in CD tilde enter, what is that going to do? You guys in the chat, go ahead and comment, let me know. And you guys that are just joining, click on the like button. Who knows the answer? CD tilde, where's that going to take you? Come on, guys. I just showed you guys a second ago what tilde is. You know what tilde is, so what do you think CD space tilde is going to do? CD is to change directory, right? And then I'm changing directory to where? Where does tilde represents what? You guys should be writing this stuff down so you would know the answer. All right, one more chance. Who knows the answer? CD tilde, where does that take you? I guess you guys fell asleep. Tilde is your home directory. So CD tilde is going to take you to your home directory. All right. And now we got to deal with this lag again. There we go. Okay. So make directory, that's to create a directory. MKDIR, creating a directory. RMDIR, that's to remove a directory or delete a directory. All right. Let's see, what else? Cat. Cat is basically concatenate. You can take two files and make them into one. Now, this could be something that you're doing in terms of merging a file, to actually merge a file, to have an end result of this merged file, as opposed to what a lot of the people do, which is they just want to see, you know, files merged. What I mean by that is I want to see the combination of these two files. So I have a file with phone numbers on the East Coast, another file with phone numbers on the West Coast. I want to see all the phone numbers, East Coast and West Coast. I'm going to concatenate as a display thing, meaning just show me these things. I'm not trying to create a file. I'm not trying to modify a file. I just want to see East Coast and West Coast email addresses or phone numbers, whatever it is, right? So you can just view these things as one using the cat command, or you can use it to actually modify and create something new. All right. Now, what else is very common? And actually, I kind of got off track here. I'm kind of going through the entire thing. I wanted to really highlight things that I'm using on a regular basis or more common. More, I definitely use a lot. More is when you're displaying a file that is big enough, it's too big for the screen. Instead of having to be like an Android and read like, you know, 1 million words per second or something retarded like that, you can do more, which will give you like, it's a page by page option. So you're going to see one page and then you got to hit like space, next page, space, next page, space. So it's going to allow you to actually take time to be able to read the stuff rather than have just fly by and you can't read it. Less, a great and powerful tool. I use that a lot. It's something that allows me to view the contents of a file page by page. And the advantage of that is with VI, I think VI loads the entire thing in memory. So looking at a big log file, not advantageous to the production system. With less, it's less is less memory intensive. So it's safer to look at large files with less than like VI or VIM. Also, less is just for viewing. So there's no risk of modifying the document by accident. Head is something I use, not necessarily every day, but head is a cool thing to know. Head is just showing you the top of a document or the top ceremony lines. You could use head dash line number. So head dash 30 is going to show me the top 30 lines. Same thing with tail. Tail dash 30, last 30 lines. Tail dash F is something I use a lot to see a file in real time. So if the file is being updated, you can actually see all the updates using the tail dash F option. All right. Once again, you guys joining in, click on the like button. Click on that like. Thank you very much. Tail WC word count. That's going to count words for you. That's not something I use on a regular basis. Cool tool, but not necessarily something I use on a regular basis. Man, you guys learning? Man is your manual. Man is going to show you help. So if I want to know what cat does, I type man cat. What does head do? Man head, right? Man tail, man CD, man whatever it is you want to know about, and it's going to give you information. Another good thing, if your environment has it, apropos is really cool, or apropos. Look it up. It's really cool. I definitely recommend you learn how to use it and use it or lose it. No, just kidding. Let's see what else. Commands I use a lot on a regular basis. I don't really use change mod. Change mod you use a lot if you're doing a lot of scripting and you need to make your script executable and stuff like that. If you're doing system administration, of course, and you're controlling permissions, I don't need to do a lot of that stuff on a regular basis. Don't really print from Unix at all. Calculator, don't use that. PS, definitely. Whether you're a system admin or you're supporting a Unix-based system, you need to keep tabs of system resources just like you would on Windows. With Windows, you have Task Manager. In Unix, you have PS, you have top, and you have other commands like free as well, which is not on this list, but free is good for memory usage. Top is showing you the top processes that are using the most memory, along with a lot of other really cool information. PS is for processes, so you can see what processes are currently running. Again, that's kind of like something you'd see in Task Manager. Kill, you see a process that's taking up a lot of memory or CPU or whatever. You can kill it using a kill command. Sort is cool. Sorting files, pretty self-explanatory. grep, heavily used, heavily used. grep is your pattern searching. So I want to search for a pattern in a file. I'm going to use grep. So I think that's really just searching within files or searching within the output of your commands. You could type in a command and you can grep the output to look for a string or pattern. But a lot of times you can be grepping within files. So I want to see there's a list of phone numbers, grep in there and see if this guy's name is in there, and show me the line with his name on there so I can see what the number is. You can use a grep command to do something like that. History to show you the history of your commands. I don't really use these a lot. They're still cool. All the stuff is good to know, but I want to focus on the more common ones that I've been using. This is not something I use on a daily basis, redirection here, but good to know. One greater than is going to basically, it's going to send the output of your command to a file. The double greater than is going to append. So if there's an existing file, you're not going to delete it, you're just going to add to it. Very critical to know the difference between these two. If you use the greater than rather than greater than, you could end up deleting a file by accident. Because if you output the results of a command using greater than, and there's a file there already, that file, whatever was in there, is gone. only the append is going to add to. Append is the double greater than. The command less than is kind of a reverse scenario where you're taking a file and using it to feed a command. So it says here it takes input for a command from file 1. So it's going to feed the command with the contents of file 1. What else is common? gzip, yeah, if you want to compress files. It's not something I do on a daily basis. All right, so that's just a few of some common commands that I use on a regular basis. I'm going to do some other videos in the future that's going to go into more detail because there's definitely a lot more commands I use on a regular basis. This again was really a top commands or popular commands kind of document. I want to do another presentation where I'm going to focus a little bit more on things that I've been using on a regular basis, again, giving you guys more of the practice than the theoretical stuff that you might learn in school. All right, so let's drop the share, and here I am. So yeah, so those are some common commands. Before I end the stream, I guess let me see if I can think about anything else that I'm using. So ls, cd, less, VI to edit documents. VIM I prefer if I have it because you can have, I think VIM supports color coding, which is really cool. I'm not going to get into scripting commands, if, then, and stuff like that. That's a whole different level. I want to talk about commands that you use. From a system administration standpoint, netstat is something else that's good to know. Ping, but that's the same thing like in Windows. Instead of trace RT, it's trace route. But you guys know anything about networking, trace route is going to give you the path. So if I'm trying to connect to a server and I'm having problems, trace route will show me the hops. So you're going from this point to this point to this point throughout the network, and I can see, oh, the last IP is this router. For some reason, I'm not getting past this router. What's the problem with that router? Now I have something to focus on instead of just like, I don't know, it's not connecting. Okay, I know it's getting as far as this router. What's the problem there? Telnet, of course, you can telnet to port and IP. These are like networking troubleshooting type of things. Copy, CD, LS. That's all I can think of right now. I'm going to take some notes tomorrow. Take note of like what things I'm using frequently, and then I will do a presentation based on that. Any quick questions in the chat? Let me know right now. We're about to end the stream. I got to get out of here. It is late. I'm tired. I'm hoping my lack of energy, I'm usually all whoa, but it's been a long day. I need to get going out of the office. So, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, you missed the live stream, that's your fault, because what you've got to do is, you guys who have subscribed, click on the bell icon next to the subscribed button. That's going to give you the notifications. If you don't click on that, you're going to miss live streams. I'm going to be doing giveaways in the future. You're going to miss your chance to get, giveaways and prizes and stuff like that. And the ability to have a live dialogue here and ask me questions in real time. You're going to miss out on that. So for subscribers, click on that bell next to subscribed and you're good to go. And on that note, I'm going to get my tired self. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Thumbs up and see you soon. Z. Not Dragon Ball Z or Z Nation or Zombie Z. Z as in Z. All right, guys. Ciao.